Hello! Hello. Hello. Hello! Hello. Hey, the bushes. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Here we are. Episode number 4. Alright, so if you can see, I got 2 of them here. They looked exactly the same. There's a reason for that. I make a backup of my world before I go into it. I just hit the save options, and I go down here and I copy that save. Just in case the power would go out. You know, this happened to me before, and I learned the hard way. But power went out, and my world was corrupted. So I make a backup all the time before I go in, just in case. So anyways, jumping to it. This is episode number 4. Excited to get in. This episode is not going to be near as long. I'm going to try to shorten these just a little bit, at least in the beginning. I'm studying right now, editing. So soon, right now, all these videos are live streamed. So there's no editing. I'm just going as I go, and there's lots of lag time in between. So I'm studying how to edit, and so eventually my videos are going to step up a notch. And I've been doing some graphic design. I went to college for it, and I got some logos coming. It's all hot. It's working good. So anyways, here we go. Well, no, I didn't want to go in there. Not like that. Darn it. I wanted to put it in hard. I have it in peaceful. I go to sleep a lot of the time, and I put it in peaceful for the sake of AFKing. I AFK near my iron golem farm a lot, and just to let everything run, my farms run, at least right now, because I need a lot of resources to get this beginning started. But, well, I'm not going to back out. Well, so anyways, man, I've been working. As you can see, this is a new addition. I talked about last episode moving my villagers downstairs near my automatic sorting system, and I've been working on the sorting system a lot. As you can see, it's a lot more finished now. I've been adding details. I fixed the roof, added this cool little water stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to leave that way. I'm not fully sold on it yet. Added these cool little floor things, you know, just little things to make everything kind of over the top and look rad and all that kind of stuff. This sorting system is amazing, okay? I freaking love it, okay? The only thing I don't like about the sorting system is the clicking, the constant clicking. Click, 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 you know, as it's sorting stuff. So I got to thinking, I was like, well, it's going to annoy me really bad if I'm in here and I constantly hear that clicking, because I have farms running all the time, and so there's stuff always coming in here. So I needed to come up with a scenario or a situation how to stop the clicking. So what I did is I added a on and off switch, at least on the farm. So this will still work if I drop stuff inside this chest, but the actual farms I can shut off. I can, and how I did that is really simple actually. And I got to thinking, what I did is I put a piston here with a block, a sticky piston with a block on it, and there's redstone. I moved the redstone around a little bit. And basically, you flip that switch, the redstone, or the sticky piston goes downwards with the block and basically cuts off the signal of this redstone. And what's happening is this piping, that's piping all my stuff in here into my automatic sorting system. There's a comparator hooked up to it, and that comparator pulls power, sends that power around, and basically turns on the system. So every time an item runs through here, it turns on. So it automatically is on all the time for the most part, because there's always things coming into it. But it gets really annoying if I'm working in here, because I just get tired of hearing the clicking. So I made this. It's an okay way to do it, I guess. It works, and it takes a little while for it to shut off if it's already running. But when it's off, it's great, and you don't have to hear the clicking. And I especially love it when if I'm turning like these melons. I got to turn these melons into melons. I got to take the slices and turn it into melons every once in a while. And if my system's running and I'm trying to pull these out of here, then random crap is just coming into my system, and it drives me nuts. So I actually really like this, because now I can turn it off and take out everything, turn them into melons, and put one back in every spot, and then I can turn it back on if I need to, or I can just drop stuff into this chest, and it will all do the same. This system is it's almost operational. Most things are full. There's still a few things that I don't have quite enough of, but I'm just slowly kind of putting stuff in here. And on the ones that I don't have enough items yet, I have a ton of seeds always seem to have tons of seeds. So I've just been putting random seeds in the spots where I don't have enough like gold here. I just put seeds, and eventually when the gold cycles in here, I'll just eventually stick gold in all the spots and move the seeds out of there. But for now, that's the quick fix. I still got a couple more to finish. As you can see, see right there, there's nothing here, so it's random dorite found its way there. And I'm trying to just eliminate that. Eventually it will get there, but this thing is awesome. It's running really well, and man, it is so nice to drop my stuff in this chest and not have to mess with it, and it just goes, and then I can find everything super easy. Anyway, so I added these villagers. I brought them down here. I got tired of them being up top, and it's so much better to have them near this sorting system, because if I'm trading to like my farmer here, trading to this guy, I can run and grab pumpkins and grab melons and grab carrots, whatever it is, and grab it right here, go over there and trade it to him. And so I'm really liking this location. I put light literally everywhere, because the last thing I want is a zombie finding its way in here. And the zombie itself is not the problem. It's the baby zombie that's going to jump up here and get inside this and turn that. The big zombie can't get him, but the baby zombie can. And so I just put light everywhere, and I'm going to just kind of keep this a mob-free zone to the best of my ability. This direction, I'm building a path system going this way, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go with it yet, but I'm heading that direction. And there's a lot of finishing work. As you can see, I've been adding details and just trying to make it aesthetically awesome. At the end of this little tunnel here, I'm going to break out this wall and I think add a staircase going somewhere. But yeah, it's all in the works, and I'm liking it, and we're getting going. Today I'm going to talk to you about an automatic furnace, and I'm going to show you how to build it. And this is a very simple furnace. It's not one of the 50 furnace like running with a minecart system that runs back and forth and disperses items through 50 furnaces and then brings it back. It's not like that. Like, this is one furnace. I honestly don't need that many furnaces, and I don't need it to be that fast. I should have resources prepared and ready, and I should know where I'm going. So this system basically is going to have a fuel, and it's going to go right here. This is where I'm putting it. It's going to be 2 spots. That's the smallest you can make it, but you can make it, double chests on each side if you need more space. But anyways, this is going to have one furnace, and you put your fuel in this chest, and you put your whatever you need smelted in this chest. Your meat or your cobblestone or your wood or your sand, whatever you want cooked. You just drop it in here. It will cycle down into the furnace, and you drop your fuel right here, and it will feed it fuel, and basically when it's done, it's going to push it somewhere, and wherever I tell it to push it. You can tell it to push it back up into another chest and just have it right there, but because I have an automatic sorting system, I'm going to tell it to push it into my piping so that I never have to put it away. So I can literally drop off everything I want to be cooked right here, and then it will just, when it's done, it will just find its way in its spot, and I will just go and get it from there. So anyways, I'm going to show you how we do this. I cleared a little area down here, enough space. You don't need tons of space, and you can do whatever. But basically, what's happening here is you're gonna put your 2 chests up above, and before I go down there, I want to talk about this real fast. You want to put your trap chest on whatever your items are that you want to be cooked, because if you accidentally drop these buckets in here, and you didn't want them in there, and you have a normal chest, that bucket is just going to go right down into your hopper and into your furnace, and it's going to clog your furnace, and then it's going to be a pain in the rear, and you have to break down stuff to get down to it. You don't want to do that, so you put a trap chest here it's like a safety. So as long as it's open, you don't lose your items, so you can pull them out of there. That's really the only thing for this. You drop down here. You're going to want your furnace down 2 spots from those chests, and you're going to put hoppers right underneath the chest so that the hoppers will pull out the items and run them down. And the chest that is running the items to be cooked needs to be going right into the top, like straight into the top, and it's literally going to fall right here into the ingredients. And when it's done cooked, it's going to fall right through and into this hopper, and then it's going to go wherever you tell it to go. Now this hopper going down here is going into the side of the furnace, and this is actually going to feed the fuel. So whatever you want to use as fuel, you drop it in here, and it will just endlessly take from that fuel until you have no fuel. And then you pipe it wherever you want. Most people, or what I've done in the past, is I built like another elevator system, like a dropper elevator system, and pushed all the stuff back up into another chest. But because we already have that going on in here, I'm just going to basically pipe this over into the system. Now I am going to have to build an elevator of sorts because my piping is up a little higher, it's right here, than the level in which this stuff is going to come out. So I will build an elevator right around here, going up and piping into this. So anyways, before we get started, or before I do this real fast, I want to run down here. I'm going to talk to you about fuel. Now, you can use so many things for fuel. You can use sticks, you can use wood, you can use charcoal, coal. There's a bunch of things. You can use lava buckets. A lot of people don't realize you can use lava buckets, and honestly, it is my favorite choice of fuel. Like, I really like lava buckets because one bucket, I mean, it does like a whole stack and maybe more. It literally cooks so much from one lava bucket. And if you're mining down in the earth and you're digging big holes, you're going to come across a ton of lava. So anyways, I always come down here and I find lava pools and I just literally start taking it. And you just will literally, you can't run out of this stuff. You just got tons of it. So we'll just grab some lava here because we're gonna use this as fuel. And this will last you a really long time when it comes to fuel. I love lava buckets because you don't have to fill it up very often, and it's just like free fuel. So I'm not sure. I feel like lava buckets used to do 100 things, but for some reason I don't think it does anymore. I put a couple buckets in there earlier and let it run, and I don't feel like the amount of buckets it used and the amount of stacks that came out was still, maybe it's 1 bucket per stack of items. I don't know the true answer to that. If you know, let me know. Correct me in the comments. But I don't remember exactly. So anyways, we got our fuel. Let's go here and let's finish this, and then that's going to be the end of my video today. And I'm probably going to try to come out with another one tomorrow or the next day. I'm just going to try to have more content more often, just not as long. So anyways, we are going to, let's create this piping system. I wonder if I got enough hoppers. I'm probably not going to have enough hoppers, but we are going to try. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way because it's, all right. So this is going to become our piping system. And you just want to keep going on the sides of these, make sure they're all connected, and run it basically over here. Let's go see if we got some more hoppers. I hope we do. I thought I had enough. Yeah, there's a bunch. So let's just take all but one. I don't want to take out that space. So we're going to drop down here and just going to continue this little buddy right around here and right to there, and now it's all connected. Okay, so now when this stuff is finished, it's going to run right into this and off into this area, and then we're going to make an elevator so I can get this back up into this piping right here. Now I probably don't need, oh man, what do we got going on here? No room. Oh, there's empty buckets. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this stuff in here for a second so I can pick this up. So basically, let me look here, where are we at? I'm going to cut out this a little bit more. Now again, this is a pretty simple furnace, but I don't see a lot of guys doing this. They're always doing these big fancy ones, and I honestly just don't think you need them. I don't find need for them that big. I just don't need my stuff smelted in 2 seconds, honestly. And it just wastes so much fuel because, you know, a piece of fuel lasts for quite a few smelts, and if you're only using it for a couple, it seems like a waste to me, and a lot of time, a lot of resources. But anyways, we need some droppers, and I don't got none there. So let's see here. What do we need? What do we need? I thought I made some. Alright. Droppers. Alright, so we got our droppers. Should be plenty. I have so much crap right now. I'm going to get rid of some of this. Let's just go ahead and put some fuel in here. So we don't have to mess with all this fuel that we got going on here. But this is going to last us a while. And I mean, you can add more fuel if you need it, you know, bigger chests, or you can add hoppers to chests to create, you know, I don't know, endless fuel if you want it. Let's see here. So we are going to, we're going to want these droppers going upwards. So this is going to go right into this dropper, and then see where we at. This is probably the level we want to be at. So honestly, once we get up here, we're gonna run this hopper system right over top of this dropper, and it's gonna push it up into this hopper, and then the hopper will do the rest and take it down into the chain. So the only part now is turning on this hopper system. So we're gonna do some shenagling here and see if we can figure this out. So we're gonna put let's put a comparator to get a signal going on here. There we go. And obviously something's in there because there's a signal coming out. Just gonna put like a small timer system on this, so that brings the signal around. Let's go ahead and put a block here. We need a little more space. Oh, I don't have any more hoppers. Darn it. Louise. So let's put a torch on the other side here that will turn off. And we need 2 more hoppers. I always run out of stuff when I need it. I want this video to be short. Come on. Alright. So anyways, we need, what do we need? We need chests, and I have 1 hopper. Let's see here. So I want another hopper. What we're going to do here, rather than making we're just going to pull one of those hoppers for now, and I'll come fix that in a minute. So we can have our hoppers. Let's get back down in here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a hopper into each other. And we'll start by putting a block right there, and then we're going to put a hopper into that right here, going into that block, and then we're going to break this block, and we're going to put a hopper going into this. So basically their hoppers are feeding each other, and this redstone torch right here will stop whatever's inside of here, and this is what's going to create the system. And basically all you need to do is just add 1 item into this hopper. It doesn't matter what the item is, just put something in there. And then we are going to take another comparator like so, and we're going to put it there, bring in this, and then we are going to, I'm going to have to do some more shenagling here. Let's see here. I think what we want to do here, alright, hold on, we're going to get this. It's been a minute since I made one of these. I think I'm going to need another hopper, because we're going to have to twist this in order to get the power on that dropper. So let's go down here again. And, well, maybe not. No, I think we are. I don't think I can have this guy come in here, because I think I'm probably actually going to have to get a couple hoppers. Of course. I should have made like 40 of them. Alright, well, this is taking a little bit longer than I'd hoped. Let's get to it. 2 hoppers. Let's get 2 more. And I'm just going to fix this in a minute. When I'm off camera, I can fix it all again. I have 3 hoppers now. Let's hop back down in here. So basically, we are going to just place that hopper there, and then this hopper there, and I think I'm going to be maybe stuck in here. Maybe not. Anyways, So I think we can get our power going now because of this. So what we're gonna do is put a repeater here, and then let's put a block here, I think, with a torch. No, it's not working. Let's see here, torch here. So that should be there, and then I think what we do is just place a block here, and if I'm correct, it should, yeah, it's working. So it's automatically pushing all this stuff in that hopper now up into this hopper, and then it should be flowing down. So I hope you understood how I just did that. It's not real complicated. Basically, it's a comparator into a block with a redstone torch on the side. That torch, then you put a hopper going into one another. You put one item in this hopper in order for it to switch back and forth to keep the power going, and that will cause this comparator to go on and off. And then this repeater will put power through this block, and you put the torch on the other side, yada yada, and it powers. And you have to have this block right here too, because that torch is going to power this block, which powers this dropper, and basically it gets it all up there. And so that should be it. So as your stuff is finished, it will just find its way, and you can do this, and rather than putting a hopper on top of it, you can put a chest on top of it, and you could actually put it closer to your system if you wanted to do it that way. That's what I normally do, but since I have this big sorting system, it seemed to make more sense to do it this way, at least for me. And once you got it all done, you can cover this up, and however you like to decorate, just cover these spots. I need to go get the right blocks, but it's as easy as that, and it's gonna be awesome. And then you just drop whatever you got there you need smelted. Just drop it in, and it will start. And this lava will last you a long time. I mean, you can use anything. In fact, you can use, if you want, you can use tree saplings. If you got tons of trees and you just don't know what to do with them, these actually work as fuel. Now they don't last very long. I think it takes like 3 or 4 of them per block. But if you got tons of extra and you just need to get rid of them rather than throwing them in the trash or whatever, just use them as fuel. This makes good fuel. But that's it for me on the bushes, and this has been episode number 4, and stay tuned because there's more episodes coming your way. Like and subscribe, and thank you so much for tuning in, and man, I'm having a blast, and the builds are coming. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Take care.